All right, so we have here LQ Ender versus Lazamataz, their first game of week one. And LQ Ender is in the top left, as we see here, as Terran green, and we have Lazamataz, if I'm pronouncing that right, the bottom left corner, as purple. They're both doing normal things. LQ Ender is sending two SCVs out, probably going to make a proxy, starting a supply depot wall there. Lazamataz has the one SCV. I'll keep wanting to call it a probe, making his supply depot wall. We have LQ Ender sending these two SUVs very carefully, going to the right of the map, and then probably right there, yeah. And he's not going through the middle to avoid detection there. Lazamataz is going on one gas at the moment. Ender is sticking to strict mineral production and is saving his minerals because he's making a barracks. And he'll probably, yep, there's his second barracks there. Nice little proxy. Lazamataz is not scouted anything yet. I don't even really know if he'd think to go there. Let's see, he's starting his second barracks there. He's on two gas. And they're finished the one supply depot. Isn't really that cut up about making a wall. Well, I mean, obviously he's going to need the minerals for whatever he's going to be pumping out here. Probably Marines to quickly break through that. So he's not going to be really focused on spending what minerals he doesn't really need to spend right now and making that wall. But a little safe of mind is always nice. These two SCVs are almost done with their barracks. That second supply depot in Lazamataz going up. That barracks almost done. He's probably queuing up a factory here in a minute. If we can look at that. No tech lab, no reactor. Let's see. Let's see. What's going on here? Nothing's going on. He has three on gas though. I got that barracks. Let's see what this SCV does. Ender's setting an SCV to scout. He's making a third barracks, one Marine done. What's going on here? Two barracks. They're both just making. Lazamataz is making two Reapers. Ender's making that. He's upgrading to a orbital command, making a forward bunker. Not there. Where's he making the? Oh, well, that's rude. And he's still 14 workers there. Hopefully he uses his energy to call in some mules because he's definitely going to need a high mineral income. Let's see, he's going, and Lazamataz is going for a second gas. There's one Reaper done. Another's almost done. He's making a third, going for a little Reaper push. Still has not scouted. There's been no scouting by Lazamataz. He's kind of sat up on his plateau here, thinking about life. He's making two engineering bays. Ender's taking a gas. That wall's unfinished, and he housed himself, or, pop room cabinet, whatever you want to call it, whatever game you came from. So that, yeah, isn't able to make anything. Two SCVs just chilling, don't know what he's trying to do with those two SCVs, but a bunker has been made. Now, Lazamataz can kind of ignore that bunker if he so wishes, but he'll definitely know that that bunker's up. There go those four Reapers out and about. They will not notice that bunker. That wall was up. He should see Ender making that bunker there. I don't really know why he'd make that bunker there. And these Marines are going up. Oh, and they're not. They're thinking about life. Maybe? Maybe. Oh, they're waiting for more Marines. Okay, these four Reapers are about to make headway there. Barracks are just producing one more Marine. And these Marines are going in. One Marine down. This is not a good situation for Lazamataz. He's taking the time he can to do some economy damage while he still can. Ender's BMing here with the lull. Shame on you, Ender, just because you're mowing down those Marines. Ugh. And here the Reapers going, you know what, the hell with you. We're going to kill some SCVs while we're here. And he's taking revenge on Lazamataz's SCVs. Yeah, get those SCVs out, get that command center out, live to fight another day. Get everything out, get everything out. Yep, he's doing supply depot damage. Gonna have to make him eventually work on it. The damage has been done. Is he gonna go for that, or is he gonna recall and basically get everything to where he can, defend it? No, he's going for that supply depot as well. Do some more economy damage. Ender is in arguably better position because he has a stronger military, but Lazamataz has more raw minerals and gas at the moment to do something. And of course, these Reapers can self-heal if they survive their encounter with the Marines. Maybe we'll see some good Reaper micro here. Four Reapers still alive. Oh, he has two kills. Good for that Reaper. And they might find themselves together. No? No, they don't. Oh, here's two Marines. He could find two Marines, isolate and kill. You could isolate and kill. Come on. Think about it. I know you're busy. All right, Lazamataz is back to work. He's producing Marines to quickly deal with that problem. Lazamataz just isolate and kill these two Marines. That'll do a lot for you. Yep, two Hellions out as well. Do that Marine damage. It was a bad trade for Ender. He could not do the damage he needed to do to Lazamataz to make that base trade worth it. Lazamataz is making more Marines, preparing for that big push. Three Marines, two Hellions going in. He did not attack move. He did not attack move at all. And that could have been Lazamataz's, but he did not attack move. He's on an attack route now. He dealt with those two Marines over there. And they'll make contact. Ender is not attack moving either. Get them out of there. Get them out of there. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Oh, God. Ender is now in a much better military situation. A siege tank is being made, more Marines being made, undefended supply depots there, and they both are in very close proximity. But as we can see, Lazamataz doesn't need the mules, Ender does, but he has a weaker military, and that can come to head very quickly. Now some of these are a little crippled, so these should do fine. These should win the battle here, especially now that there's 5 of them. As long as they all come up together to deal with this menace together. Here we go. Two against one, 3 against one, 4 against one, 5 against one. Lazamataz comes down on top at those 4 Marines. But here's another wave of Marines coming in, and he should not be sending them forward. I don't know what he's doing. Who's attack moving here? Ender is. Lazamataz with not attack moving is going to cost him this base. He's got that siege tank though. But is it going to be worth it? Got to quickly move out down there, but he did not get the siege tank to enable him to move down there. It's going to be rough. What are you doing? Get the siege tank. I don't know why Ender was focusing on that barracks instead of just moving in, killing that one worker, moving into the mineral line. Here's some heavy military damage coming in. He's pulling off. He'll be able to... Yeah, Lazamataz, if he plays this right, will be able to contain and destroy this fighting force. But he needs to be careful. You're going in unsupported, but these are weakened Marines, but you can't afford these kinds of losses. He's got 4 Marines, and 3 of them are crippled. And a siege tank in a defensive posture, but it's unguarded, which is a little risky. And now there's some guards nearby. I don't know. Well, I guess if you're going to move and destroy, you've done enough damage, but he's choosing not to. Those 3 Marines could really be annoying to that one lonely Marine. Lazamataz sending those 3 crippled Marines and 1, I think, full health Marine, slightly forward, more offensive posture, probing what he believes to be Ender's last real line. That Marine is on fire. That Marine gets to die for his country, maybe, but here comes the economy damage. Ender is not keeping track of these 3 Marines, don't know what he could be doing, maybe come up behind, trying to do whatever siege tank damage he could, or economy damage, but now there's 2 Marines there, they would deal with that, but Ender did not know that. Here comes the pain. That command center taking some fire. That supply depot taking some fire. Just house it, just house him. Pop cap him. There you go. Don't overextend those Marines. Do not overextend those Marines. Here's another siege tank, 2 Marines, 2 more Marines in the production. Ender amidst the GG, good game. Ender and Lazamataz on to the second game. There's a couple Marines, and yeah, good game, good game. Let's check the score screen there, if we can. I don't even know if it'll let us. This is a replay. No, it does not. All right, well, I'll see you guys for the second game. And here's the second game of Ender versus Lazamataz on Turbo Cruise 84 LE. This is not one of my favorite maps. I actually have this blocked. Anyway, Ender's in the top right corner, green Terran once again, and Lazamataz is bottom left corner, purple Terran once again. Let's see how they do. Lazamataz instantly makes 2 SCVs. Maybe he'll send one to scout, or he's going to have to idle for that. Supply depot keeps idling, keeps idling, keeps idling, keeps idling. There you go, 20 seconds in, that supply depot. Ender, of course, had already put down a supply depot, making that as well. Sending one forward to scout, and he's making another one back to the mineral line. Okay, okay, okay. Lazamataz is continuing production on his SCVs, going up for refinery, and his supply depot is almost done. Hopefully, we see a quick barracks here. Yep, there we go, but it's ugly because it won't be able to put anything down right there. That supply depot should have been right there, but I make that mistake all the time. And there with his barracks as well, SCV going through these inhibitor fields. I think it's a 25% debuff when you go through that at movement speed. Very annoying, but the wall will be complete. He won't get any real information from this other than going, well, look, there's not a fast expansion. I guess that's good to know. And he's going forward. Is he going to put that up? Is he going to put that up? Is he going to put the... No, he did not put it up. Okay, are you going to put it up and block him in? No? No? Lazamataz, kill that SCV. Just block him in. Lazamataz is now paranoid and is scouting. Is he going to block it? Just raise it. Just raise it, Lazamataz. Anyway, Ender's almost done with his barracks. Lazamataz is almost done with his barracks. That SCV is dead, and Lazamataz is making another SCV. Ender is not replacing that SCV. I guess maybe he theorizes he already replaced it. But this SCV over here, we saw it at like 137, was doing nothing, and now it's going for that command center right there, waiting for those minerals. And here we have here Lazamataz waiting, making that factory as well. We're on 3 gas workers for Lazamataz. He's making his second refinery. And here is on 3 as well. Is not making his second refinery, really believing in getting some more raw minerals. They're both going over command centers. LQ Ender just finished it. Lazamataz right behind it. He's about 25% done with his command center. He's making a Reaper at Lazamataz, making a tech lab for that barracks. Probably going to swap with the factory. And his factory's about 60% done. He's making another SCV. LQ Ender is making 1 Marine, halfway done with his SCV, and is making a factory. And they both are kind of sticking on their sides of the map. Ender is setting forth this Reaper to be a little annoying. And Lazamataz is making a Marine, making 2 Marines, but it won't be quick enough. He's making, oh, he didn't tech swap it. Okay, so that barracks has the tech lab. That's going for the reactor, and he's making a starport here, a 111. And then we see the second barracks come online now. Let's see what this Reaper can do. He's stalling that starport production. 1 Marine going in. That was an odd click move. That Marine will get to die for his country. These SCVs are pulled, but that doesn't... Yeah, that Reaper can just dance around those SCVs all day. He's going to need that second Marine, and here it comes. And Ender didn't pull him away, and that Reaper died. But good delay on that starport, though, Ender. I would say that makes up for that Reaper cost. Ender had made a forward bunker here protecting his natural, and he's bringing that up to an orbital command center as well. Tech swapping these two, so the factory gets the reactor, and the barracks will probably make its own tech lab. And there's a Marine right outside the third prospective base for Lazamataz. That starport done. That second barracks is done. 2 Widow Mines are being made by Lazamataz. There's no techs for STEM. He can't... Maybe. Maybe he'll get a STEM. Chose to make a reactor. No, tech lab for that starport. So we're not going to see a big heavy medevac push anytime soon. And he could one day be getting STEM, but he chooses not to. That's not in the book for him. There's the tech lab on that factory, reactor on that starport. Okay, so we swapped it. When we see a medevac push there, some siege tanks, good, nice fashion marine medevac drop. That barracks is very lonely with no one inside of it. We have 2 Hellions there, which can do work, but there's a wall in the way, so I don't know what work will be done yet. But I'm sure Ender has a master plan for those Hellions, and I'm just not picking up on it. And we have some SCVs working. He's going for that second gas. He'll have 3 gases when that's all said and done. Lazamataz is still just on 1 base, and that's very big. And there can just physically, like you can see here in the worker count, he has 8 more workers than Lazamataz. That's going to be big in that nice war economy. Ender still sees that no second has been taken, and Lazamataz is very carefully making his second command center on his starting plateau. We can very carefully shift it, and Ender is researching cloaking for his Banshees. Let's see how this holds up. 4 Hellions there. We have 20 versus 12 army count. We have... Oh, he sees the Widow Mines. Lazamataz very quickly put the Widow Mine within the... medevac to avoid the scam, but then dumped them out anyway, so Ender's still got a view of how many of what was in that medevac. We have 2 medevacs loaded for bear, and they're heading out. We have 1 Hellion scouting for prospective base. We have a Marine who noticed the medevacs, so Ender should know that the medevacs are coming, and there is a Banshee on the wake, and it will have cloak by the time it gets there. I don't know why they dropped to kill that Marine, unless they thought that it was worthless, because now Ender knows they're coming. I'm not sure. Ender's tried to detect the scan, doesn't see it. I believe Lazamataz has an idea that an attack is now coming. Now, Lazamataz will have the time for a scan, and it has a safety widow mine for that Banshee. Defensive position for those two siege tanks, Marine security cordon, and a forward widow mine for his natural. Banshee's coming in. Banshee's coming in. Doing a little scout. I don't know what he's doing. Come on, Ender. All right, he's going in. One kill. Two kills. And he flies away and cloaks. And yeah, Lazamataz knows he's there. Maybe he's going to try and bait him into that widow mine. Now, a little poke and prod. That Banshee's going to outrange you, though. That's not a fight you can really afford to win. Let him bait into the widow mine. You're going to have to scan again. You're going to have to scan again. Yeah, is Lazamataz forgetting about his own widow mine? I don't understand what's going on here. What is going on here? You have the energy for it. You had the widow mine. You could have blown that out of the water. Oh, those poor, poor Marines. Pull the SCVs back, do a scan. You have two Vikings now, but okay, now's the scan. And Banshee's down, but it killed like 8 units, so not entirely sure what's going on there. There are plenty of times that he could have just done the scan and just killed it with the Widow Mine and the Marines, or just the Marines, but he elected to wait for the Vikings. Not entirely sure what happened there. Lazamataz forgot to make units there, I guess, during the Banshee attack, which is understandable. But now we have the Hellion Pain Train coming in. But he still doesn't know about the Widow Mine that's waiting for some of them. Now, with all these scans, Lazamataz should know that some Doom Train is coming, and he lowered to prepare for it. Let's get something with that Widow Mine. No. Okay. Yep. There we go. Go on. Just trap him there. Yep. There you go. He did damage. Boom. Yep. Boom, boom. Oh, yeah. Good kills. Good kills. Ender Gout. That Widow Mine did some economy damage there. Really gonna slow down Lazamataz's economy. Still rocking those two Vikings. And Ender's making two siege tank of his own and a Liberator and a Marine. And Lazamataz is focusing on just economy reproduction. And he hasn't noticed yet that engineering bay does not yet have an SCV finishing the work on it, but I'm sure he'll pick up on that soon. Ender's getting weapons 1 for ground units. He's making 3 more barracks. He believes in a strong, hard military, but he has an ILSCV here, 824. Oh, okay, good. Not long at all on that. What is... Who's spending those scans? Oh, it's Lazamataz. Paranoid, but you have the Vikings. You could have just sent them out to do a quick little foray. You didn't need to spend the scans on that. Anyway, the 3 Hellions coming in, going through the second inhibitor zone, going through the third one now, see what more economy damage they can do, and we'll see what they can do as they chill there. Oh, they're waiting for the main force. They're coming with 1 SCV, about 6 Marines, 2 siege tanks. Got 2 siege tanks, about 10 Marines, 2 medevacs here. Ender researching STEM and Armor 1, halfway down with Weapon 1, really just militarizing. Lazamataz is trying to, looks like he's going to go a little Battle Cruiser E, which would be very rude. There's a medevac for Ender. Let's see what damage can be done here. That Marine might be blasted out of water in a minute. Lazamataz should know what's about to come. He's gathering up. He's keeping those 2 siege tanks there at defensive cordon. Alright, you see the Liberator. Your siege tanks will still get hit by it. Alright, he saved that 1 siege tank, which is good. Just fight, just fight, just fight. Yep, this will go to Lazamataz. Very good. Get that medevac, get that medevac. There we go. Alright. Good strategic victory for Lazamataz there, defending his natural. 1 Liberator gets to go home with his happy Marine kills, and we have Ender recovering. One day he'll learn how to micro. Uh, I think it's more just knowing, like, with those kind of engagements, when to, like, lightly probe. I mean, his army was there. You're being pretty aggressive, as Lazamataz is saying, but maybe just try and bait some of his units forward while he's pulling back instead of just loading those siege tanks in, ready to move, and just walking over, knowing that he's going to be sieged up, waiting for that. Lazamataz's two siege tanks are still just chilling there. We got four Vikings. I should be paying attention to the reduction tab. He has two battle cruisers on the way. Meanwhile, Ender is doing my favorite tactic with Marines. When I lose battles, it's like, well, to hell with it. I'll just make more of them. Some of them will get through. And look at this production. Oh my God, 5 barracks, two fact. Oh, more barracks, 7 barracks. And he has the minerals to spend. He has them to spend, and he's spending some of them. But like, you have a reactor here. Why didn't you have two going? They'd be done. Or like this guy, you know? Or this guy. You'd be spending these minerals a little better, especially since you have all this supply. You know, but whatever. He's making two more bases, really believing in the strong economy. Lazamataz does not have as good of an economy, but he's believing in the battle cruisers, and that might have been outside the scan, but now he definitely probably saw one of them, but did not see the second one. He's making two more battle cruisers and researching Yamato cannons. If I was him, I would just send this on a gliding path over. Especially this army, I don't know. Like, you'll have warp drive. You can phase in if your army needs you. I would definitely repair that siege tank though, and maybe move that one down. But these guys should definitely make contact with this. Yep, he knows what's coming. He knows what's coming. Ender's pulling back. One liberator down. Yep, Lazamataz knows a push was on the way, especially with those medevacs, and he's escorting those two battle cruisers in. Gonna do what economy damage he can against what he probably figures is a much stronger economy than him. And he's turning around and he notices a finished command center. He doesn't like that. Here comes the army. One medevac down, two medevacs down. Three medevacs down. And yep, battle cruisers win that fight, but they're injured. That army, I don't know what you should do with that army. You should just do what you can to that army. One siege tank goes down, that command center will fall. Ender's very quickly, well, he's not even really quickly making more Marines to deal with this. Like, he has the minerals, he knows they're right there. He has the barracks with the reactors. I mean, I understand things are going on, but the pain train is coming. Those missile turrets are going to be too late. Yep, there goes that SCV making that missile turret. There goes that SCV making that missile turret. And there goes that SCV making that missile turret. Those Vikings are instantly dispatched. And these are just doing mop-up work on the production. Here goes Ender's main economy. Here's two battle cruisers going up against Thor's. Time those Thor's up. GG is called by Ender. That is 2-0 Lazamataz against his LQ Ender.